On October 19, 2025, news of a daring jewelry theft at the Louvre Museum in Paris has shocked the world, with several priceless pieces temporarily missing from the museum's celebrated collection. It is currently unknown which exact pieces were stolen. While authorities are working to recover the stolen items, this incident reminds us of the extraordinary treasures that have long made the Louvre a pinnacle of art and history, not only for paintings and sculptures, but also for its exquisite jewelry. Beyond recent headlines, the Louvre is home to some of the most iconic and historically significant jewelry in the world. From dazzling crowns and tiaras to intricately crafted necklaces and brooches, these masterpieces reflect centuries of French craftsmanship and royal elegance. So let's explore most famous jewelry pieces in the Louvre. Before we start, please support my channel by clicking like and subscribe buttons. Empress Eugenie's crown. The crown of Empress Eugenie, created for the consort of Napoleon III, remains one of the most resplendent symbols of France's Second Empire grandeur. Although neither the Emperor nor Empress Eugenie ever underwent a formal coronation, this magnificent diadem was commissioned in 1855. Crafted to embody imperial majesty during the Exposition Universelle in Paris, a glittering showcase of art, power, and innovation that defined an era. Fashioned in radiant gold, the crown dazzles with brilliant cut diamonds and vivid Colombian emeralds, intricately arranged in eagle and palmette motifs, emblems of imperial strength and elegance. It was not merely an adornment, but a statement of Eugenie's sophistication and the empire's unshakable prestige. While most of the French crown jewels met a tragic fate in 1887, sold off by the Third Republic in a bid to erase royal grandeur, Eugenie's crown miraculously escaped dispersal. In 1875, the exiled empress received a financial settlement from the Republic for funds owed to Napoleon III, allowing her to retain this singular masterpiece. After decades shrouded in mystery, the crown re-emerged at auction in 1988, where it was acquired and later donated to the Louvre Museum, a poignant return to its homeland. However, fate dealt another cruel twist. After a daring robbery, the crown was found discarded outside the museum, broken but not lost. Its story, like that of Empress Eugenie herself, one of survival against all odds.
Empress Eugenie's diamond bow brooch. In 1855, just 2 years after her marriage to Emperor Napoleon III, the radiant Empress Eugenie commissioned an exquisite jewel from the celebrated Parisian jeweler François Crimer. The creation began modestly, a delicate diamond bow designed to serve as an elegant buckle for a dazzling diamond belt. Yet simplicity was never the Empress's signature. Eugenie, famed for her impeccable taste and love of haute couture, envisioned something far grander. She instructed Crimer to transform the jewel into a magnificent stomacher brooch, a glittering cascade of diamonds that would adorn her gowns with imperial splendor. The resulting masterpiece embodied both her refined sense of fashion and the opulent artistry of the Second Empire, a period when France once again reigned supreme in elegance and craftsmanship. But history would soon turn against her.
Following the fall of the Second Empire in 1870 and the exile of Napoleon III and Eugenie, much of the imperial treasury was left behind in France. In 1887, the new Republican government, eager to erase the symbols of monarchy, auctioned off the French crown jewels, and among them was this extraordinary brooch, a silent witness to lost glory. For over a century, the diamond bow brooch disappeared into private collections, its imperial provenance whispered about but seldom seen. Then, in April 2008, it resurfaced at Christie's, New York, dazzling once more under the auction lights. In a fitting twist of fate, the Friends of the Louvre, a devoted organization safeguarding France's cultural heritage, acquired the brooch to showcase it in the Louvre Museum in Paris.
Empress Eugenie's pearl tiara. Few jewels capture the romance and refinement of imperial France as perfectly as Empress Eugenie's pearl tiara, a dazzling masterpiece that unites love, power, and legacy in a single creation. Presented to Eugenie as a wedding gift from Emperor Napoleon III, the tiara was a radiant emblem of devotion and a promise of imperial grandeur. Crafted by the celebrated court jeweler Alexandre Gabriel Lemonnier, it was conceived as a new design, yet it carried within it the weight of history. The luminous pearls and resplendent diamonds adorning the tiara had once belonged to two illustrious women of France's past: Empress Marie-Louise, Napoleon Bonaparte's second wife, and the Duchess of Angoulême, daughter of King Louis XVI and Queen Marie Antoinette. The tiara itself is an exquisite harmony of light and elegance. Over 200 soft, glowing pearls paired with nearly 2,000 brilliant diamonds, all mounted in silver and gold. Each gemstone was chosen with the utmost precision, its placement carefully designed to capture and reflect light in delicate, fluid waves, a hallmark of Lemonnier's genius and the Empress's impeccable taste. After the fall of the Second Empire in 1870, France's royal treasures faced a fate as turbulent as its history. In 1887, the French government auctioned the crown jewels, scattering symbols of imperial power across private collections around the world. The pearl tiara vanished for decades, its whereabouts known only to a select few. More than a century later, the tiara's story came full circle. Through the dedication of the Friends of the Louvre, this magnificent piece of history was repurchased for over $1 million and triumphantly returned to the Louvre Museum in France.
The sapphire set of Queen Marie Amelie. Among the most captivating jewels of 19th century France shines the sapphire parure of Queen Marie Amelie, a magnificent suite that embodies royal grace, romantic devotion, and the artistry of the French court. Comprising a tiara, necklace, earrings, a grand brooch, and two smaller cluster brooches, this exquisite ensemble was once part of an even more extensive collection of sapphires and diamonds. Legend whispers that several of the sapphires adorning the parure once graced the collection of Empress Josephine, Napoleon Bonaparte's first wife, adding a layer of imperial mystique to its storied past. In 1821, these extraordinary sapphires were presented as a gift from Louis Philippe, Duke of Orleans, the future king of the French, to his beloved wife, Marie Amelie of Naples and Sicily. When she ascended the throne in 1830, these jewels became a radiant symbol of her regal dignity and quiet elegance, accompanying her at court ceremonies and state occasions. The tiara, the centerpiece of the suite, is a triumph of design and craftsmanship. It features 5 majestic sapphire clusters, each framed by a halo of brilliant diamonds. Between them, diamond-set wings and scrolls, adorned with floral motifs, add a lyrical grace, while additional sapphires nestle delicately along the base, reflecting a soft celestial glow. The necklace mirrors this splendor, composed of 8 imposing sapphire and diamond clusters, connected by diamond floral garlands that shimmer like frost on silk. Together, these pieces form an ensemble that perfectly captures the refinement and artistry of early 19th century French jewelry. Today, the sapphire parure of Queen Marie Amelie rests in its rightful home, the Apollo Gallery of the Louvre Museum in Paris. There, beneath the soft glow of museum lights, it continues to enchant visitors from around the world, a luminous reminder of France's royal heritage and the enduring beauty of sapphires once worn by a queen.
The French crown pearl brooch. In 1853, to celebrate his marriage to the radiant Empress Eugenie, Emperor Napoleon III commissioned the creation of 4 magnificent pearl and diamond brooches, each one a masterpiece of imperial refinement. Entrusted to Francois Kramer, one of Paris's most distinguished jewelers of the era, these brooches were crafted from the fabled crown diamonds of France, stones that had once adorned generations of royalty. Each brooch was conceived in the same elegant style, a harmonious blend of luminous pearls and brilliant diamonds, designed to echo the Empress's legendary grace and taste. One particularly exquisite example featured 2 perfectly round pearls and 5 pear-shaped pearls suspended amid a constellation of 17 cushion-cut diamonds. The gemstones themselves carried a legacy of grandeur, having once belonged to Empress Marie-Louise, Napoleon Bonaparte's second wife. When the Second Empire fell in 1871 and Empress Eugenie fled into exile, the brooches remained behind in France, silent witnesses to the end of an imperial age. In 1887, they were dispersed into private collections during the historic auction of the French crown jewels, a sale that marked the final dissolution of France's royal treasures. More than a century later, one of these extraordinary brooches found its way home. In 2015, the Louvre Museum successfully acquired it, restoring a glittering fragment of imperial history to the French nation.
The Regent Diamond, one of the world's most renowned gemstones, boasts a history steeped in intrigue and royal grandeur. Believed to have been discovered between 1698 and 1701 in the Golconda mines of India, the diamond was initially a 410-carat rough stone. A slave reportedly smuggled it out by concealing it in a wound on his leg, only to be murdered by a British sea captain. The diamond eventually came into the possession of Thomas Pitt, the governor of Madras, who had it cut in London. The transformation into a 140.64-carat cushion-cut stone was completed by 1704, enhancing its brilliance and purity. Upon its arrival in Europe, the Regent Diamond quickly became a prized possession of the French monarchy. The diamond graced the crowns of multiple French monarchs, beginning with Louis XV in 1722 and later with Louis XVI in 1775. Marie Antoinette also adorned herself with the diamond, incorporating it into her attire. By 1791, The Regent Diamond's value had soared more than 4 times its original purchase price, making it the most valuable and symbolic jewel in France. The French Revolution brought turmoil to the diamond's history. In 1792, during the upheaval, the Regent Diamond was stolen along with other crown jewels. However, it was later discovered hidden in the roof timbers of an abandoned attic in Paris. The French Ministry of Finance swiftly took control of the gem, recognizing its value and using it practically as collateral for loans. Between 1797 and 1801, the Regent Diamond acted as a security deposit to finance the military expenses of the new Directoire government. In 1801, Emperor Napoleon Bonaparte reclaimed the diamond for France. Napoleon had the diamond set into the pommel hilt of a ceremonial sword crafted by renowned jewelers Odiot, Boutet, and Marie-Étienne Nitto. Nowadays, the Regent Diamond is a part of Louvre Museum exposition. The emerald necklace and earrings of Empress Marie-Louise. Commissioned from the imperial jeweler Nitto for the wedding of Napoleon Bonaparte and Archduchess Marie-Louise of Austria, this breathtaking emerald and diamond parure remains one of the finest examples of early 19th century French craftsmanship. The necklace, conceived in the neoclassical style that defined the Napoleonic era, radiates timeless sophistication. It features 32 resplendent emeralds, their deep green hue beautifully contrasted by a cascade of rose-cut and brilliant-cut diamonds that illuminate every contour of the design. The matching earrings, though more restrained, echo the same refined elegance, completing the set with a harmony that perfectly reflects the grace and regal bearing of the young empress. After the fall of the Habsburg monarchy, Marie-Louise's jewels, like so many treasures of Europe's royal courts, passed into private hands. Yet fortune smiled on art lovers when, in a moment of historic significance, the Louvre Museum succeeded in acquiring the necklace and earrings for an astonishing €3.7 million, the highest price ever paid by a museum for a jewelry set. Since 2004, this extraordinary ensemble has been on display in the Galerie d'Apollon at the Louvre in Paris.
The crown of Louis XV. Crafted in 1722 for the coronation of King Louis XV, this crown stood as the ultimate emblem of royal authority and grandeur. Designed by Laurent Rondet, the celebrated jeweler of the French crown, it was a dazzling testament to the opulence of the Ancien Regime. The crown was set with an extraordinary array of gems from the royal collection, including the legendary Mazarin diamonds and the de Sancy diamond, which gleamed atop the central fleur-de-lis of the arches. At its forefront sparkled the world-renowned Regent Diamond, while hundreds of additional stones, rubies, emeralds, and sapphires, enriched its resplendent design. Every curve and fleur-de-lis reflected the artistry and ambition of a monarch whose reign would define an era. The tumult of the French Revolution in 1793 led to the destruction of nearly all 20 crowns of the Ancien Regime. Astonishingly, the crown of Louis XV survived, making it one of only 6 historic French crowns that remain today, alongside those of the 19th century. In 1885, as the French Third Republic liquidated the majority of the crown jewels, this crown was preserved for its profound historical significance. Its original gemstones were removed and replaced with colored glass to prevent loss or theft. Yet its majestic silhouette remains intact and is proudly displayed at the Louvre Museum in Paris.
That's it for today. Thanks for watching. Please do not forget to support my channel by clicking the like and subscribe buttons.